If I were to invite a group of trees to enjoy a buffet of carbon dioxide, how would they respond? As we know, an increase in CO2 in the atmosphere is causing global warming. So if a group of trees holds potential to absorb and store extra carbon, then these trees can actually help alleviate some of the effects of climate change. My research group seeks to investigate this issue by studying the root systems of pine trees. As an applied mathematician, my goal for this project is to put together some equations that accurately describe what's going on in these roots. Existing data sets provide measurements from specific points in time, while equations provide predictions on carbon dynamics at any point in time. Some of those factors that affect carbon dynamics include the size of the roots, how long the roots live, their access to nutrients, as well as their order. Now, this last factor refers to the sequential branching off of the roots, and we're particularly interested in order 1. These are the fine roots. They can be thought of as the fingertips of the root system because they stretch out the farthest and they have first contact with the nutrients in the soil. So we expect their dynamics to be different from the other root orders. These factors and more show up in the data set we're using to form our equations. We've graciously been given the opportunity to study data from the Duke Forest FACE experiment, where FACE stands for Free Air Carbon Enrichment. During a FACE experiment, a series of towers will release concentrated levels of CO2 into a test site to mimic a carbon-drenched atmosphere. And then the response of the trees can be measured. We believe the Duke Forest data holds regional relevance to us because the measurements were taken from mostly loblolly pine trees. These trees actually rank in the top 5 most abundant in the US, and they're especially abundant in the South. We as a society are sending invitations to loblolly pine trees to come to the carbon buffet. If we can use mathematical modeling to describe how these trees respond to those invitations, we can gain additional perspectives on climate change in the US.
Yeah. Okay. I wasn't sure what you were watching.
Thank you, Luke.